Well, hello, Crashing In Podcast, and today I am joined by Big Boss Man, and this podcast was recorded on the 6th of August 2022 at one of my favourite venues, the Night Owl. The last podcast was another one that was at the Night Owl, and that was at the Bob Logathon event, and that was just absolutely brilliant. But that podcast came out 2 weeks ago, and I think that it'd been nearly a month since that gig, the Bob Logathon event, so that's just so mad how time flies. I do have a podcast uploading at the moment, and I bet you it uploads before I upload this one now. It's one with a band called Oscar. They've done an install at Stay Loose Records, and it was a great install and a great podcast, and it's like with the new look for the Crashing In Podcast and the Bob Logathon podcast, and or the Oscar podcast, and then the Bitter Lemons one that was recorded the other day. It's looking great, but obviously there's going to be still a few podcasts like this, because this podcast from last year that I still haven't uploaded. 6th of August, come on Callum, get yourself together kind of thing. But like I've been really busy, just really busy with installs and just putting events on like Freak Out, and I'm in the works of planning some more events. So like, yeah, April has been a really busy month for me. So like having Jakob and Anai, the camera people, as my backup kind of thing, it really helps, because like when I'm putting events on, it just helps them filming and getting material and stuff like that. So yeah, it's nice to have a team in Crashing In now. But this is a podcast I recorded last year, and when I was independent kind of thing. I did have someone recording some footage of me interviewing Big Boss Man, but I weren't that so keen on the footage, to be honest. So I'm just sticking to audio, and also got a few of their some of their set, and also they've done a gig in February. I think it's February the 11th. Earlier this year, and I heard that went down a treat as well. I don't know if they got any more gigs at the Night Owl coming up, but it'd be great to see them again. Unfortunately, I missed that one, and yeah, due to something like probably work or something. So I hope you all enjoy the podcast today, and I'll see you all in a bit. Crashing Podcast, and today I am with Big Boss Man. You want to say hello?
Hello. Hello there.
Do you all want to say your name and what you play in the band?
Yeah. I'm Nas, I play the organ. I'm Trev, I play the guitar.
I'm Brad, I play bass.
So, are you looking forward to the gig tonight at the Night Owl?
Yeah, it's one of our favourite places in Britain to play. It's a really good club, really nice people, and it's a really good time.
Yeah, yeah. Do you, how often? When's the last time you've been here?
For Bossman, it was. I've been
last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, last year sometime.
Yeah. We played here with Mongolian just a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do another band called Mongolian.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that one. Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I never went to that. Right.
Yeah, Trev plays bass in that.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was like this year, like the Mongolian gig.
It was only a few weeks ago.
Oh, was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm quite shocked I didn't go to that.
Oh,
yeah.
It feels like we're always here.
Yeah, that's great. It's a great vibe. It's like,
Yes, it was.
and the one in London's the same as well. Like the Night Owl in London.
Yeah,
That's
this
like
one's the
This
best.
one's much better.
everyone says that. Like,
It's much better, yeah.
Like those people from London do say the one in Birmingham's so much better. Like
Yeah.
I've never been to the one in London. Like what would you say is the difference? Like
It's just.
We got this
There's
outside
much
space
more
here
people.
from the start. You know,
Oh,
so you can,
yeah.
Just like.
This is better vibe in Birmingham
Yeah.
at the moment. I mean, it's just.
Digbeth and all that. Like
Yeah, and this whole strip's cool, isn't it? With all the everything around.
It's
And
quite nice. man.
Finsbury Park, so it's not the best area in the world.
Yeah.
You know, it's outside the bus stop. So if you want to get a bus, it's quite good.
Or
Yeah,
train, yeah.
So, do you want to talk about your latest single that came out in July? Like, what was it like recording? Was it like the first time in a while you had a single release?
Yeah, it was a sort of a beat-based track, really.
Yeah.
So it started with a drum pattern.
Yeah.
So and I was sort of a big fan of the meters.
Yeah.
And so the drummer called Zigaboo Modeliste, he has this kind of special drum pattern.
Oh.
It's like a linear thing, and it's really funky and very sort of separate in the way you play it.
Yeah.
But so the whole track was based on that. So we had the rhythm track, drums down first, and then we just sort of layered things on after that.
Yeah, cool. And what was the response to that single when it came out? Like?
At the moment, it's just on pre-release.
Yeah.
The singles are getting pressed at the moment, so at the moment you can just stream the first B-side. We're doing 2 singles at once. They come out in October,
Oh, wow.
but you can pre-order them from blowup.co.uk, and then when they're pressed, they all get sent out. But there's only 500 of each. So.
Will it be like released on vinyl? Or
Yeah,
CD?
so-
yeah. So like that. Would be cool, man.
We're
Like,
doing digital release just like one every
Spotify
3
and that.
weeks. Yeah,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
3 weeks. Then in October they're releasing both of them at the same time, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So all the vinyl fans.
Yeah.
Do you like your vinyl?
Yeah, I'm a vinyl fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other singles that we did, they're all basically sold out. So
Yeah.
it's
Cool, man.
Sold out. Yeah, they only made about 5 of it.
yeah, they made 5.
Like, will there be anything after that, like new music or anything like that?
Yeah, that's it. We're going to do a new album. It'll probably come out realistically next year, but it's going to be all brand new, fresh material.
Yeah.
And,
So, like, will it be like different to like what you've done in the past, or pretty similar?
the same but different.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what way different would you say? Like,
Well, we're not going to do a drum and bass album like Corduroy did. One of my favourite bands
Yeah.
of all time.
I had interviewed me here as well.
Is it?
man.
Yeah, brilliant. They're my favourite
That's
acid
brilliant.
jazz band.
Yeah.
But even they say, doing the drum and bass album was not a good idea.
I guess we were just experimenting. I guess. Like,
So maybe we should.
Yeah.
Yeah, change your mind. We're going to do a drum and bass album in a few weeks.
but maybe just a bit better, I guess. Like. But like, when was the last time since you like released an album? Like,
It was.
1972.
We've been a bit like Spinal Tap with a lot of problems since the last one came out.
Yeah.
But
What,
yes.
is that mental problems?
Just problems. But, I
yeah.
don't want to blame anyone.
No.
But
Sounds like you are.
Blame some.
yeah.
Blame someone.
No, I can't blame them.
You're
Blame
to blame.
myself. I let myself down, let the band down.
More importantly, you've let yourself down.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as from after these singles, then we're going to crack on and
Okay.
get more releases out.
We're going to have some new music. Like,
Yeah.
And so, how long have you been together as a band now? Like?
Since 1998. When we first
How
started.
long is that? 20.
I'm not in the maths mood today.
No, it's about 23 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so some children have actually been born, grown up, and got their own kids now since we started.
So like, why do you go for like that sound, like that? Like because it was pretty different for like what was going on in the 90s and that. Like,
well, we've always loved the 60s and all different kinds of music from the 60s. You know, like soul, funk, Latin, and garage, and all that. Put it all together, and
love all that
then we sort of make our own thing out of all of that.
Yeah, it comes out being in the 80s, sort of 80s mod thing, wasn't it? Really, going to sort of mod dues in the 80s, and thinking it was the 60s, and and then
pretending,
yeah, everybody did believe it was the 60s then. I mean, now it was probably nearer than it was.
I think you just want it to be the 60s again, don't you? Like,
they haven't. Loads of things, production, songwriting, nothing's got better since then. But you just get influenced by all that kind of umbrella of music.
The 70s had some good stuff as well, like
exactly. Sex Pistols.
Yeah. And got Miles Davis. He had some good stuff in the 70s and stuff like that.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, Black Sabbath, man. Very for me, I think they're quite underrated in many ways. But so like, can you recall like when you first was recording in a studio and that, and what was that like recording like your first album as a band like?
Well, the first album we were just talking about on the way up.
Yeah.
It was called Humanize. And we were just talking about the figures. Apparently we spent 26 grand on that album to make that album. For a band our size, it's ridiculous.
It took £500,000.
It took about 10 years to recoup the money.
The record company said, "Hey, the good news is we've taken 25 grand," and we're like, "Yeah!" And they said, "It still owes £1,000."
Oh.
Yeah, we're not in it for the money.
Yeah. Oh no. I think that's better like when you're not in it for the money because it just shows passion and stuff like that. Like.
Yeah, but you don't spend that on the album anymore. It's a couple of grand at the most now.
Yeah. Are you able to get that album like on vinyl or anything like that like now?
What's it?
Is it on sale on vinyl or anything like that? Like.
Everything you've ever done.
Is it on your like webpage?
I think that one you can't get any more. It's sort of like the vinyl's sold out.
Yeah.
So Blow Up might repress it in a while, but currently you can't.
So
you can get it from
rare, like,
Discogs,
yeah. So it'd probably like be like really expensive now.
It goes up to like £2-3 quid.
I think it'd be more than that, wouldn't it? If it's like really rare, it would be like
maybe a fiver.
a fiver.
I wouldn't pay that for it.
A couple of the other ones you can still get.
Yeah. So like, how would you say you developed your sound over the years of making albums and stuff like that?
I think we've sort of gone backwards really in sound.
Oh really?
Yeah. I think our technically got worse.
Oh, you reckon?
No.
That's what Corduroy said, to be honest. It says, we just got shit.
They got more successful than we are.
Oh, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mad.
Yeah, everyone says it, yeah.
How would you say, like, you got them from that first album?
Well, as you get older, you don't get any sort of, any younger, you don't get any better.
As you get older, you don't get any younger.
Yeah,
Would you say you got different like influences over the years with your music and stuff like that?
I mean, no, I think I've still got the same ones.
You are?
I think I've got the same ones, I think.
Oh, the same one?
Yeah. If you asked me then who I was into, I'd probably say the same thing now.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm afraid so.
Is that modern music?
Like any modern music?
I do like some modern music,
Yeah.
Not very much, but some, definitely. I think there's a couple of bands around.
There's like some here and there, like not really in the pop
The
chart
Bees,
side of things.
from the Isle of Wight, the Bees, that's a good band. That's a good modern band. They know how to play.
So like, who was it in your life that brought music into it? Like, was in your like family or friends or?
No, I just started playing drums watching the TV when I was a kid.
Oh really?
Just like singing and I started tapping on the pedal. I thought I can do this.
Yeah.
And I used to get my mum's pots and pans and make a drum kit out of pots and pans on the bed. Until I smashed up all the kitchen utensils and she bought me a drum.
Yeah.
And then when I was about 11, and then that's how my career started.
Was there like certain drummers that you really liked? That like?
Yeah, the first ones were like John Bonham and Ginger Baker and Buddy Rich.
Oh yeah.
Those are drummers.
Buddy Rich,
wow.
big time man.
Yeah. I thought, wow, those are the people I want to play
Want to be like that?
Yeah.
Right, and what about you two? Who brought music into your life?
Well, I kind of like my brother, my old big brother. He was sort of like into punk rock and all that.
Yeah.
And it seemed when I was a little kid, I thought this is really exciting. It seems like you just don't have to know how to play it. I think just get a guitar, crack on, and then.
Would you say you can get that punk rock sound in the stuff you do?
A little bit, if you listen carefully to people, it's like sneaking.
Yeah, it does sound quite punk. It does sound quite punk rock.
Punk it up a little bit.
It does sound a bit punk rock compared to some of the other sort of similar bands.
Yeah.
Ours is a bit more punk rock.
Yeah,
Someone called us
modernised sound to like what it was in like
60s. Someone called us the punks of funk. We're not sort of slick. We're like a bit raucous.
Yeah, what we do isn't slick at all. You're always going to hear some sort of roughness to it.
Yeah. So what about you? Who brought music into your life?
Well, I mean, from a bass point of view, James Jamerson, Paul McCartney, they're my favourite bass players.
Yeah.
If you mix them together, I think you've got pretty much absolutely perfect.
What about Mark King then? Slapping. Can you slap?
I'm not really into the slapping side of things, to be honest with you. I think it's cruel to start.
No, bass. I meant bass slapping.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry.
what was your motivation to like form a band? Like, how did you all meet and know each other? Like,
Well, do you want to do this?
Weirdly enough, a friend of mine said, "Oh, I know this guy Nass, he wants to go on a mod rally. Can you give him a lift?" And I sort of thought, "All right, yeah." So that's how I met Nass.
When I was 15.
oh man.
Trev was like 18.
Yeah.
And Trev took me on my first mod rally when I was 15.
That's cool, man.
And I was in a band called The Loafers, a ska band, years ago. And our bass player left, and I said, "Oh, do you want to play bass, Trev, in the band?"
Yeah.
And he said, "Yeah."
I listened to the demo and I thought, actually, even though they're young, they're really good. So I thought, all right.
And he joined the band. A year later, we got signed to Link Records.
Yeah.
And did a couple of albums with the Loafers.
Yeah.
Worked with the guy from the Specials. And
I think I heard that name, the Loafers, before.
it's a late 80s sort of ska revival.
Was it like very underground compared to like what was going on, or like?
Yeah, it was pretty much. And then it started to get in the papers and stuff because they had like we were playing with kids, doing gigs with Desmond Decker and Bad Manners. And then Laurel Aitken, if you're into ska and reggae, he was like the godfather of ska at Blue Beat Records. We became his backing band. So we were sort of touring with Laurel Aitken. We were late teenagers. And then the first band we were in the ska band, and then like 30 years later we're still in the same band. We've always been in the same band, us two.
So how did it come from that ska sound to like jazz and stuff like that?
I guess we liked all that stuff, and then we just sort of like, after a while, we thought, hey, let's.
Would you say it's maturity, like?
Not really. We just kind of thought, let's try something else. You know? I think the one thing we did after Loafers, we did another band, and we were trying to do something a bit different, but no one seemed to like it. So we thought, let's sack this and do something else.
Let's talk about the name, Big Boss Man. So, who came up with that name, and why that name? And
Jimmy Reed song is one of the reasons.
And the WWF fighter.
In hindsight, if you Google Big Boss Man, you get the bloke, the WWF wrestler that looks like we're dressed as a policeman, isn't it?
The thing is, he died years ago. We see him all over the internet.
He's still more popular than we are. It's really annoying.
that's mad, isn't it?
He's dead. Dead people are more popular.
Typical. They just probably if you die, you might get famous.
So in hindsight, I would have called it something else. Like when you have a sort of fun email 35 years ago. My email address is bongohead1@gmail.com. When I have to go into the bank or whatever, they ask me, and I'm sort of 51, and I say bongohead1@gmail.com. I'm really embarrassed. They sort of goes, "What's that, sir? Bongo what?" I go, "Oh, all right." So I said it was a long time ago. I didn't know email was going to catch on.
Well, mine's Big Boss Man. So when I do you think you're the boss, dude? Just going to pub.
But then I was the sort of person at school when the computers came out. I said, "Computers are never going to catch on, you idiot. Don't do computer class. Join the old army like we did."
What I like about the name Big Boss Man, it has a bit of a modern sound, like Big Boss Man, like probably like that slang. But then people might mistake it as a bit of a rap group, maybe. Like Big Boss.
I think it's a bit like the Big Boss Man in a computer game. You get to the end, you get to the big boss.
It means a lot of things, isn't it?
I think they're like Skepta and that Big Boss Man. It's just
I think what it was, we'd had a heavy night out, and the next morning we were watching at mine. I think we were watching Bruce Lee film.
The Big Boss.
The Big Boss. That should be a great thing. Let's call it Big Boss Man. I think it's probably that simple.
So, can you all recall your first gig ever together as Big Boss Man?
Not personally, no. Can you?
No. But one of the early ones.
Oh, maybe in the Dolphin.
We can. We did it in our local pub that we used to drink in, and we just did it for a laugh, really.
It was like the Mod Scootbrist alternative pub.
What was that like for you guys, like nerves-wise and stuff like that, performing your first gig together?
Yeah, scary. It was scary, first one, wasn't it?
It was, it's a friendly place, and we set it all up, kind of thing. The mad thing was the pub only held about 40 people, but we invited about 160 people. So
why not? And how would you say you developed over the years with gigs and stuff like that, like with sound and like your nerves and shit like that?
Well, it goes up and down, doesn't it? It's like always our biggest place was Spain. About 10 years ago, we were told you could do a 2-week tour of Spain and get 600 people to 1,000 every night for 2 weeks. It's always been bigger over there than it is in the UK.
We're going there next Saturday, actually, to a festival called Pin-Up Fest. So hopefully that'll be good. And then we go back in September to a festival in Barcelona.
So, as we're on the subject of gigs and stuff like that, have you got any upcoming gigs in the UK?
Yes.
We're playing Brighton Mod Weekender at August Bank Holiday weekend.
Yeah.
And we're playing in those gigs I just said in Spain, and then Bristol October the 8th, I think. And then a few more things after that. And then playing in Folkestone.
And like when you with the release of the album, will you be like doing a tour or anything like that?
Yeah, we tried to do that. Yeah.
Do you know when like the release of the album will be, or is it still in the process of recording stuff like that?
Well, we finished recording it yet. So.
I'll do that.
Yeah. It's not quite finished yet. So it's probably be like February, I expect. Next year. Yeah.
That's what you're like aiming for, like. Yeah. So like, so what is it you love most about gigs and stuff like that? Like as a band, like performing.
You can rehearse and play with the studio or all you like, but unless you get in front of an audience, it's not the same kind of thing. You don't get any sort of buzz or feedback from just rehearsing all the time, and you don't get the right feeling. There's nothing like playing a live show and you get a response, and it's exciting. It's it's nervous, and you can't replicate that in like social media. You can't text that, you can't pretend to do that. You can't Match.com that. You've got to go and play it. It's real. It's sort of edgy and things can go wrong. And
What did you look at me when you said that?
Oh, sorry, so what do you think? Well, that's what I think. It's always like a sort of fun knife edge, isn't it?
What about you guys? What is it you love most about gigs?
Same sort of thing, to be honest with you. It's just it's a buzz, isn't it? Playing live.
It's like, sorry.
It's all right. Go ahead.
I've played in some very big shows.
I haven't been with Big Boss Man since the beginning. I think I've only, is it maybe 5 years, something like that? I've known you a lot longer.
He's in a band called Mortiva he's on tour with.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's done some big shows, right? Yeah.
I've done some big shows.
Big shows.
Yeah, but playing live, with your mates, basically, that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
that's
then
right.
people in the audience are visibly having a nice time. It feels good, you can't. What's not to like?
True.
Yeah, well, that's like Nas was saying, you can practice and things, but until you're actually on the stage and everyone's beating the shit out of the kit and hammering the hammers, you can't really do that apart from a live gig.
Yeah, like you've seen us play before, but
I was going to ask that question. What would you say? Like for me to expect? Like because I'm
well,
talking.
if you on the record, it's kind of it's one thing, but when he's considered live, say Des on the drums, he's a very exciting guy to watch, and he always sort of gives it at 110%, and then that makes you want to give that as well. So the whole thing is kind of heightened. So it's sort of like.
I'll be doing some footage of the gig and that'll be coming on the podcast and stuff like that. So like, can't wait for the gig.
Yeah, and the drum and bongo breaks are exciting.
I love stuff like that, bongos and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we do loads of these breaks where both of us are going hell for leather,
That'd be great, man. I'll record that.
Yeah, please record it.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, like, do you want to remind everyone about where you can access your music and that before we finish? Where you can access your music and stuff like that.
Yeah, so you can pre-order the new vinyl from blowup.co.uk. You click on the shop and it takes you for a link to order it, and then you can hear our stuff on Spotify. Everything's on there.
And also, I've got 2 more questions I always ask the bands. Like, have you got any recommended bands that you like to big up, shout out on the podcast?
Graham Day and the Jailers. Yeah. Graham stuff's always great, man. He's a good guy. So with the 60s stuff. Check out Graham's stuff. Graham Day, Prisoners.
Oh yeah, Prisoners.
And he's still great singer, great guitar player, playing a lot down in Medway. So check that out.
And you want to recommend anything?
Yeah, it's a band called The Decades. We're playing with those guys in Brighton. It's sort of garage style. They're really good.
I was just thinking, I've got like a band at the moment called Sunglasses for Jaws. They're quite cool.
And also, the last question, have you got anything inspiring to say to the listeners, whether they're in a band or just in life?
Yes. Sometimes not being massively successful can be a gift. We have got a few friends who have been really successful and really sort of gone over the edge, walked through a door and never come back. So I say, do it for the enjoyment with your mates. You know, and then because it's hard work, but if you enjoy all the sort of crap bits you with friends, then the stage bit is great. And don't worry about trying to be huge, because the journey is the thing. That's the fun of it, you know.
Once you get successful, that's when you get controlled. Then you got to do your own thing. Like, I was watching that Elvis film, and you see how he gets like successful.
So I think enjoy the non-success if you're starting up. Just enjoy every little bit of it. You know.
And have you got anything else to add to that?
No, I just agree totally with that.
That's the way it is. Was that the Elvis film you watched?
Yeah, the Elvis film. Bloody hell. But he had it quite shit, didn't he, at the end, didn't he?
Yeah, no, you know, if you realise that while you're trying to do what you're going to do, stop trying to think about the end goal. The fun bit is the doing it. You know, it's doing these little gigs, you know, doing these little sound checks. It's all part of it. Don't worry, don't try and. There's not a gold pot at the end of the rainbow. And sometimes when there is, it's full of too much stuff that people can't handle. So just enjoy the journey. That's my only thing I can say.
You don't want
it as well. Keep it funny. It's funny you should mention that Elvis video, because we were talking about it earlier. It's just really fun, isn't it? You can see they're having a laugh. There's a point where he's singing and the microphone starts to droop down. He's just like trying to sing it, finding it funny, you know, rather than going stop. This is going to be perfect.
You'll see if one of us makes a mistake, the others laugh. Laugh on stage. No, nobody goes. So if we're laughing a lot most of the time, we're making loads of mistakes.
I think it's better that way, to be honest. I feel like when they're more professional, that's when it tends to be like more like a chore type thing. Like they have to do it, they feel like they need to do it. Like, whereas I feel like when you're doing it your own way, that's when you're doing it for the fun of it. And that,
do it with your friends. Say enjoy the journey. That's
that was Big Boss Man, and thank you for joining me for a podcast interview. And I hope you have a great gig tonight at the Night Owl. Good luck with your album and future events. Cheers.
Thank you. On the road.
Big Boss Man. Really enjoyed interviewing them. If they are listening, I just want to say sorry it took so long to upload, but it's out now. I hope you enjoyed it, and please share it. And to the audience, if you enjoyed, sorry, just got a message in. To the audience, if you enjoyed, please share. I hope you like it. And we're getting loads of bands like this on, and like we had Corduroy on, last year and stuff like that. And then like I'm getting all sorts of bands on, like from punk to metal, then to rap, hip hop, and punk. Oh, I said punk already. I'm getting pretty much all kinds of genres on this podcast. So like, yeah, there's something for everyone on here. And hopefully this kind of podcast where you can discover a band and stuff like that. We had so many great bands, singer-songwriters, rappers, and just artists. It's just been a hell of a journey. Also, on the subject of the Night Owl, it's Halligalli this weekend. Please get down to that. I'll be DJing. And also, earlier on in the week, I had an interview, well, sort of interview. I was a guest on Mazzy Snape's show, the Night Owl radio show, and it was a Halligalli special, and me, Mazzy, and other half, I'm just going to say that because his DJ name I cannot pronounce. His name's Mark. We spin some music. It was all vinyl based, and it was just a laugh. And we get talking about Freak Out, Crashing In, and the Night Out, and just Halligalli, if that's happening this year weekend. Then obviously this weekend we've got at Stay Loose Records, we've got Hey Alimo joining us. But the weekend after was meant to be an open deck session, and that's been cancelled, postponed. So there'll be a date for that soon. Then also on the 29th of April, Freak Out is back. And we got Susie Feely, guest DJing, and we brought back the brilliant Rainbow Chasers. So yeah, get down to that. It's the place to be this month. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Also, thanks once again to Big Boss Man, and the next podcast with Oscar should be out very soon. Hope you all enjoyed. Take care.